Alright, we made it to DC.
Use the right 2 lanes.
Made it. Look at all these fucking crazy fuckers. Bruh.
Use the second from the left lane.
The
to
Capitol
left
building.
On Constitution Avenue Northwest.
Union Station. Ready.
Going back over to the Senate side. Keep on walking, yes.
Yeah, keep on walking.
Well, I'm not supposed to stop right here. However, I can slow down enough to point out the Ulysses S. Grant Memorial. He's here as General Grant, not President Grant. And he's facing all the way down the far end of the National Mall at his own Commander-in-Chief, Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln and Grant Memorials were designed together, dedicated at almost the same time. The Ulysses Grant Memorial was dedicated on his 100th birthday. Of course, he was dead by then, April the 27th of 1922. And the Lincoln Memorial, dedicated the following month, May the 30th of 1922. Memorial.
That's what I think where it's going to be at.
Now, this is Garfield Circle, named for President James A. Hill. It's because he's the only congressman who went straight. Which guy got to fly first? No, Orville got to fly first. When they first designed the airplane, of course, they had to carry one person at a time. So they had to have a fist fight to see who could fly first. They didn't really have to. Or boiling the Chesapeake Bay crabs. Oh yes, that's fresh seafood and pork. Home to the oldest continuously operated fresh seafood.
Lanterns. Pretty. Oh. It's kind of late, actually.
Huh?
It's kind of late for it to be blooming.
I thought so too. Because the other ones bloomed a long time ago.
I had one of these in the house. I didn't know they could get this big. Mine was never that big.
I only killed one plant.
Looks more like a church than a castle.
Clearly, I'm pictures to make a reach.
In Washington, D.C. Walking around. Go to the Washington Monument. Nice castle. We just they were renovating it so we couldn't get in there. But yeah, wow, look at all those riders. Look at all these people on scooters. I don't know if you can see it or not. A lot of scooter riders.
sorry for a miss. That was like scary.
Where he gave his I Have a Dream speech, and they were both big in the civil rights. Potomac River is right outside of it. The word Potomac is an American Indian name that means trading place. Now there's always a story behind these buildings, and there's always a connection. Just like Thomas Jefferson's memorial, we're gonna see it too, right? It is lined up in a straight line with the White House, right? He's facing the White House, and the reason why you can see Franklin Delano, you can see Thomas Jefferson's memorial from the White House is all thanks to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who knocked down all of these trees in front of the White House, just so you can see Thomas Jefferson's memorial from the White House. And right around the corner from Thomas Jefferson's memorial, Franklin Delano Roosevelt's memorial. Now, there's one more bill assassinated, and both of their assassins were murdered before their trial, and both presidents were big in the civil rights. Told you guys they just had a few things in common. Now, this is National Mall. We are in the center of National Mall. All thanks to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Now, this is the South Lawn of the White House. The South Lawn is where the president would land his personal helicopter, Marine One, if the president is flying into D.C. If you're ever in D.C. and you see 3 helicopters flying into the city, that's the president entering. They got you out here today. They got you out here today. Hello. Okay, got you. Hello. Peace, how y'all feeling? Welcome aboard. What's going on, man? There's endless different restaurants on this road right here. Of course, there's a Starbucks because DC has the most Starbucks per square radius out of any city in the country. The Washingtonians are complete addicts for coffee, for sugar, and caffeine. Right now, 7th Street, you got restaurant after restaurant on this road right now. All the streets in DC, they go in alphabetical order. Right? So it's hard to get lost in the city because all the streets go in alphabetical order. Just always remember that. So we're passing D Street, right? If you were to go up to 8th Street, 8th Street is Chinatown. 7th and 8th Street is Chinatown. And there's different Chinese restaurants to choose from. Right now, there's one Chinese restaurant. It's called the Rock and Roll Restaurant. Right up under the Rock and Roll Restaurant, you'll see a sign that says Mary Surratt's Boarding House. That was the house that the co-conspirators of the Lincoln assassination met to discuss the kidnapping turned assassination of Abraham Lincoln. They were all caught and they were all sent over to the D.C. jail, which is currently the Supreme Court. They were held there till they were sentenced to execution. Now to the right, this is Capital One Arena. This is where our hockey team plays, the Washington Capitals. This is also where our Sawyer's Houston basketball team plays, the Washington Not So Good Wizards. But I try not to be too hard on the Wizards because they are fighting hard for last place. So you gotta give credit where credit is due. Now to the right, this is the American Art and Portrait Gallery, which is 2 museums in one. They share this museum. They stay open till 7 and they serve wine. So you can drink some wine and look at some of the coolest art you've ever seen in your life. This is literally my favorite museum in DC. This is our stop 12, ladies and gentlemen, stop 12. Hello. Nope, come on board. How y'all feeling, man? Welcome aboard, brother. How you doing? I'm great. I can't complain. 9/11, right? So the FBI, They used this as a message board to relay messages to different FBI agents that were investigating the grounds of the World Trade Center. So assassinated, which we're gonna pay. So he went to Ford Theater the night he was assassinated. The alley that John Wilkes Booth escaped from after he shot Abraham Lincoln. He escaped out of this alley on horseback. He rode that horse all the way up to Brandywine, Maryland. Right now, once I make this left hand on Ford Theater to the right, you can see the sign right there. That's all types of clues for you. That's the Peters house where he died. He was a strong fellow, he was. Right, he was 6'6" in stature. Right, remember Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler. Right, he actually had one.
Storm it.
Yeah.
Well, that is the Capitol that was stormed, wasn't it?
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto 1st Street Northwest.